All right, well, twists and turns are happening out there,
Oh,
but in favor of the Guelph Storm here, 3-1 right now. Uh, I mean, it just sounds like an odd question. You could say, well, yeah, there's 20 more minutes of hockey, but are the Sting going to pick this up in the third period?
well, I certainly hope so. They got
Yeah.
nowhere to go from but up.
Yeah.
All
But are they
those.
going to do the right things to make that happen? I just saw, I thought the first period was better for the Sarnia Sting.
I agree. I think the first period was better played, but I mean, I think it's still been a slow game for me,
Yeah.
right? In terms of, and
Well, the
there just
second
seems to
period
be
was.
more errors than anything. I think, we really need to tighten up a little bit. It's those things that tend to creep in when we're getting tired and whatever. The little back passes, the little blind passes, the little playing it up on the boards. Firing
We've been
it
in
into
the corners a lot
corners.
more this period
Yeah.
than we were first period, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always want to say, no running. They're kids. They're going to run.
Yeah,
They'll
sure
run
they
faster
are.
if you say that. Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, it's frustrating to watch, right? Because you know that the talent. It's frustrating because you know that the skill is in this team. We've seen it
Yeah.
happen against top-notch teams, and we've got to get through Guelph because what's coming next? We got Windsor's coming next. Sioux's coming right after that.
Yeah.
Capable of beating those teams. We've proven that
Yeah,
before, but
yeah.
then not done so good. But here we are
But
tonight.
we have sort of broken our lineup a bit because Lalkin's back in the lineup again,
Yeah, true.
and Molly-Aven's back in the lineup
Yeah.
again.
Nice
so
to see him back in there.
sure it is. But I mean, here we are shaking things up again, and I think that may play a factor in what's going on right
Like
now.
other players not used to them being there and
Well,
learning how to react
because
to them. or-
you got to have a line for them to go to. So you put them in here, but then you're going to shift somebody out of that line,
Right.
right? And so what you end up with is again another mix, and I'm not so sure that we need to get them back up to the level that we were playing at when we were playing good hockey, and it's about that team developing as a team. And if the team keeps changing, that's got to be hard on a team, right?
It's hard to adjust.
It can be.
Sure.
I think
Yeah.
so,
Well, you get comfortable, right? We all have that. We talk about that comfort zone thing. You do get comfortable, especially playing on a line. I'm used to playing with you. I know, okay, I've passed. Jay's going to be there. I don't have to look. I just know, right?
Yeah.
It's like the captain of the ship just knows what everybody's doing, and they're there where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And
I think that's
when you change that up, yeah, sure, that has an effect.
yeah. So I think that's a big part of that. But then, we've just gone through again an awful lot of hockey. There's not a lot of practice time. Some of our key guys are still out.
Yeah, like
And
Dillingham, I know we say, but I don't see him back.
I don't think we'll see. Yeah, I don't think we'll
I
see.
really
him back.
don't.
But I mean,
And we see several, like I think I saw DeGursey and one of the Nolans walking around here.
yeah.
And
Well,
a few of the
hopefully
others.
Nolan DeGursey will be back soon. He had
It was,
some head trauma,
Yeah.
a little concussion thing. So he's, I think, listed as day by day at this point.
Yep.
But I mean, again, when you go through a couple of really hard games against some teams at the top of the league, and and then you have the fight of your life against a team that just wants to beat you up, and then. Not to put too fine a point on it or anything, but
Right.
and then you come in here and Guelph's a good team. They're a lot of speed to them. They're playing some good hockey, and on top of that, there's 3 former Sting on this team,
Right.
and
Well, there's Braden Guy and Cam Sufrika. It was nice to see them
and
honoring those
Ashton
guys
Reeser.
tonight.
So
And Ashton,
yeah,
it was nice to see tonight at the beginning giving some credit
and
to those guys.
I love that because I think that's some class. These
Totally.
guys would have been OAs for us. if they had seen the season out. But in order to look down the future, we traded them to contending teams where they might have a shot at, getting a little further into the playoffs kind of thing. And we took the opportunity to kind of build the team for the future. And I think that was probably a smart move. But, I mean, you get these 3 guys, and, they were all, major players for us. And Braden was a team captain and a real leader in the locker
great
room.
Leader.
Hell of a great guy.
Definitely.
And
pun intended.
Yeah, but so I think that's a class move.
Absolutely.
Offering them their jerseys framed in a nice little celebration.
No surprise,
stuff,
honestly, coming from the Sarnia Sting. They're well known for doing that and being very hospitable. And Braden Guy said some very kind words out there to the Billet families and, of course, to the Sarnia
absolutely.
Sting.
And Braden, like a lot of our Sting players, was really actively involved in our community. I mean, he was
absolutely
in schools and at events and things like that, and supporting the team and supporting youth and that kind of thing. And I love that kind of stuff.
And honestly, I've only talked to Braden a couple of times, but very sincere, genuine human being as well, which helps us all of that.
Yep.
All right, well, we're 3-1. It's not much more to say here. I mean, other than, our shots on goal, they really just have to turn it on strong and come out there in the next 20 minutes of hockey. We can't lose faith here. We have seen the Sarnia Sting turn things around in that third period, but we kind of go back to, the whole, if we can hit on the Sting and certain guys in the first period, then we stand a good chance of taking them out. And I
think controlling the puck is going to be the real key to the third period. If we can match their intensity and control the puck a little more, I think we got a good shot to come out with a much better result than what we're seeing right now.
And we cannot forget, Guelph Storm is a good team. They're a strong team.
100%.
They're fast.
Yep.
I think they're a little faster than us right now. But
they certainly are outskating
We're going to have to outplay them around that puck, and we're going to get Ty Voigt in there to shoot a few more like he did the other day, and maybe that'll help things out. All right, well, that's going to be it for this right now. 8 minutes away from the Sarnia Sting getting back on the ice. We will be live post-game on the Sarnia Sting Facebook page and the show with David Burrows. And that's going to be it for us. Until then, thanks, Jay Peckham, for always being here.
Brother,
thanks to all of you for watching. And once again, I'm David Burrows on behalf of my friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!